Hey everyone, this is Vegetarian Zombie, and I want to welcome you to my Let's Play of 7 Days to Die. This is a game that likes to punish you. As you can see, I just created this new world, and right away it spawned a zombie right in front of me who is eager to eat my face. So it goes in 7 Days to Die. This is a really fun game. It's a really punishing game, but at the same time, it's rewarding. If you've never played this game or seen this game or heard this game, or you stumbled into this thinking that this was a if you came in here thinking that this was some bizarre Minecraft type game, or maybe you clicked on some link and you ended up here strangely and wondering what you're doing here, well, this is a game that is a combination of many things. It's a combination. It has the crafting system of Minecraft, and it's a voxel-based world so that you can sort of recreate the world as you want, but chances are you're going to be running like I am. It's also it's got the loot system like DayZ, so you go through buildings, deserted towns, and houses and so forth, and get loot and guns and so forth. So it's kind of cool in that regard, and it's also like your childhood bully who likes to beat on you during the innocent moments of your life. This game does not pull any punches. This is pure zombie apocalypse. You know, there is no hope, no point of living. Nope, you know, well, I guess there's a point in living, but yeah, it's not easy. In fact, as you can see in this beginning section, I got the entire population of this zombie population after me. There's just no stopping, no resting. And when I first started playing this, it took me a while to get... I was actually really turned off to that. It seemed like I was always running, always on the run. And that's kind of like a zombie apocalypse should be. Ooh, got an egg. You know, there's no sense of security. And in this case, it's not. It's got the added twist of having a survival game thrown on top of this. I have to have food. I have to have water. I have to purify my water. I have to, you know, have a safe place to sleep. Well, you don't sleep in this game, but and all these things combine, it's enough to just try to survive, but it's even harder to deal with it with these guys who are just constantly trying to eat your face. So if you're curious why I'm punching grass, I need grass. All these games like Minecraft and 7 Days to Die, they always have this strange on-ramp onto the crafting system. Minecraft, you start off the game by punching trees, you know, and then once you get a tree, you can get a pick, and you can start, you know, building up your place. But in 7 Days to Die, you start off by picking up rocks and punching bushes. So I'm punching the bushes, so I'm punching the bushes so I can get grass. I'll turn grass into twine that I can use to make crossbows with, and I'll make myself an axe, which is sort of like the entry-level item that you need. The one thing that drives me nuts about this game is the sound. The sound is needs a little work. Oftentimes I have no idea where a zombie is in relation to me, and that has some serious consequences. You'll hear a zombie behind you, and you won't know if the zombie is actually behind you or if he's 10 feet behind you, as typically is the case. Other times you'll not hear anything, and a zombie will be right behind you. It's really weird, and it's really... You really can't trust your own ears. And in a game like this, you need to trust your senses. You need to know. You need those cues, and I'm kind of stuck. Thank you. Sometimes this game gets stuck for me where I can't move, and most of the time this happens when a zombie is trying to eat my face. Alright. Yes, if you have problems searching through trash, this game may not be for you. This game is all about going through the trash. As the saying is, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, this game is full of treasure. I'm playing Alpha 9.3 right now. This is the release that has the random world generation, and that's what kind of brought me back into this game. I played it for a while, and over the summer, and I don't know, it just didn't really call to me. I mean, I liked it, but at the same time, oops, let's see, where was that guy? See, that's a case where I thought this guy was right near me. He was by a tree. Thanks. See ya. I played this over the summer, and at the time I played it, it might have been Alpha 7. I don't know, Alpha 7, Alpha 8. I have no idea. It used a pre-rendered world. And the first time you play the pre-rendered world, it's cool. Everything's new, and you don't know where anything is, and that's cool and everything. But after a while, it just gets boring. At least I find it boring. You know the spots to go to. You know the house that has the best defense. You know the places that have the best loot, and so forth. And it's just a matter of looking at your map, finding out where you are, and then bam, you're off to the races. And so I played it for a little bit, but I ultimately just got bored, and I stopped playing. Also, I'm not that, I'm not the best player. That you'll find that out very soon. But I mean, it was oh, great. Okay. I do not like this area. I do not like this biome. I do not like it. Sam, I am. Yes, I know you're not happy with me being here. Thanks. God. Alright. So, I'm about to probably find a dog, and that dog is going to eat me alive. Let's see if I can be undetected. So yeah, so I didn't really like the idea of pre-rendered worlds, but when am I hidden? But when I heard of the idea of these being randomly generated worlds, that kind of brought me back. So I started playing it again, and with the expectation that this game would be literally the same. I have a bad feeling about where I am right now. Would be literally the same as when I last played it, which was difficult but not too bad. Well, kind of on the easier side. Guns were very liberally placed. But when I started playing this again, my God, they really ratcheted up the difficulty. I had a hard time believing I was playing the same game. Yes, I know. You do not like me. You do not like me, Sam, I am. So I've been sort of readapting to this game, and it's been kind of, dare I say, difficult. The start game is just all a matter of survival, avoiding the zombies, trying to build up your arsenal while you can on the run. Let's get some blueberries. This is ridiculous. Blueberries smell, so the zombies will be able to tell where I am. Yeah. Maybe these... And here's the thing. I can carry a chunk of rotten flesh, and zombies won't pick that out. But blueberries, man, those things reek. I don't know. Humans don't have a very good sense of smell. And I'll tell you one thing. I would be impressed if you can smell blueberries a gazillion, like 20 feet around, 20 feet away. I pick blueberries every year. My wife and I go on our anniversary trip up into Western Mass. Yes, hello. And we pick 20 pounds of blueberries. So we do this every single year. Well, I'll tell you one thing. First of all, you don't pick blueberries in a wilderness, or a snowy wilderness. That's just not exactly ideal blueberry conditions. Next thing is that, yeah, they don't smell. I have been in a conveyor belt that had tons of blueberries. You're talking pounds of blueberries dumped on it, and we were sorting them, helping all the other people who picked, and so forth. And yeah, you don't smell blueberries, so I get it. It's making the game a little challenging and blah 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 blah. But still, it's kind of funny. So now you know about my blueberry experience. Okay, let's just chow these down. The version I played previous to this, the blueberries gave you massive amounts of hydration. And it became like the Uber food. That's all I needed to have was blueberries. Because it would just hydrate me and feed me. If there was going to be one, it should, and right now it looks like they lowered the feeding, lowered the hydration versus the food. So it still hydrates you a little bit, but nothing like it was before. And that's good, because before it was ridiculous. But at the same time, it should really hydrate you. It really shouldn't feed you. Blueberries aren't exactly filling. Over the summer, I was eating cups and cups and cups of blueberries. I must have gone through 5 pounds. Oh god. Hello? Would you be interested in a timeshare? No? Just passing through. So, what are my goals in this game? Well, let's just say we're gonna try to survive the night. That's the first goal. In Minecraft, yeah, no problem. Survive the night. That's pretty much part of the game. And it's not that difficult to do. This game, I have a hard time doing it. I'm just gonna chow down these blueberries. It's evidently all the dead are interested in me. Hello, Mr. Spawning Zombie. Oh, I'm not completely finishing it. Okay, so that looks like a wood biome over there, and that's what I like. We can get some cotton, we can make a bag, we can make a sleeping bag, and we may be able to find a house. And ultimately, once we find at least, it's just some place where we can hole up for a little while, I can get my feet underneath me and we can start doing some damage. Hello, Mr. Cotton. My goal in this Let's Play is I ultimately want to build a base and fend off a horde. And ultimately do some exploring and so forth. And the base I want to build it in the style of Night of the Living Dead. If you haven't seen Night of the Living Dead, the 1960s, I think it was 68, 69 movie, you have to go see it. If you're a zombie fan, it's required watching. It's a great movie. Okay, couldn't pick up that rock. It's great on many different levels. It's an awesome film that tells a really gripping story, but it's also a wonderful depiction of the U.S. during the Civil Rights era. And the final images in that movie are just downright creepy, and it has nothing to do with zombies. So check it out. You can actually watch it online for free. Like, don't bother to pay anyone. George Romero made this when he made the movie with his friends. After they finished it, they sold it to a distributor, or they gave it to the distributor. I forget what it is. And at the time, the law stated you needed a copyright notice on your film. And what happened was the distributor, the name of the movie originally, I think it was Night of the Flesh Eaters, decided to change the name of the movie to Night of the Living Dead. But in doing so, they forgot to add the copyright symbol. And guess what? That stupid mistake ended up bringing the movie into public domain. And you could successfully argue that that's part of the reason why it was so successful. No one needed to pay copyrights on it. So George Romero and his friends ended up losing. Like, I think they made money on it, but you know, compared to what the movie ended up making, it's crazy. So if someone's you know, charging you to see Night of the Living Dead, then you're filling their pockets. You're not filling George Romero's pockets, because you can get it online for free. It's public domain, you know, and that's just stupid. I think they ended up closing that little loophole, but man, that kind of burned him. And another little trivia fact is Romero's partner, who I have no idea what his name is, they ended up, I believe, ultimately had a business falling out, and that zombie's gonna eat my face. They had a zombie. They had a zombie together. A little zombie girl. No, they had a business falling arrangement. Whatever. Their business arrangement fell apart, and ultimately they made a deal where one could keep the rights. I think one could keep the rights to the next Night of the Living Dead, and one could, I forget, one had the right to sequels, one had the right to the name, or something like that. So Romero's partner, who I don't know, this is like the worst trivia ever, by the way. This is mumble trivia. Romero's partner ended up going on to make the very successful movie Return of the Living Dead. And in fact, that Return of the Living Dead is the thing that popularized brains, because that whole concept is literally pants on head. Yeah, silly, but so it was just brains, and Romero went on to do Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. Kind of interesting. These two guys really defined zombie movies for the next conceivable 40 or 50 years in both sides of the spectrum. So, as you can tell, I'm a big zombie fan. Well, as you can see, things are not are running low on hydration, and we have a building. We have buildings here. Alright. This is what I needed. Alright, so I got plenty of materials. What I'm going to do is get a stone axe. Or did I already make one? And we're going to do a little investigation, and we may have a place to settle down for the night. And this is a good find, too, because it's almost, what is that, 2 o'clock? I don't know. I wish this game would just show AM and PM and get rid of the military time. It's just making me doing math in my head, and I do math during the day. I don't like to do math in my free time. We got plenty of eggs. The only thing we need now is a pot, a crossbow, and a wing and a prayer. So, next episode, we're going to do a little house hunting. Maybe we'll even stake a claim. Who knows? Well, anyway, guys, thanks for following this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. And yeah, let's do a little zombie hunting together. I'll see you next time.